Hi guys, I really don't understand conservatives, and I mean those with a small c. On the one hand, they say that developed nations that are seeing population decline and a growing elderly demographic will say that families need to have more kids, and that the state must not rely on immigration because frankly they don't like foreigners. But on the other hand, they complain that working class people are having more children. Here's some right-wing commentator made exactly that point, and host Eamon Holmes backed it up. Then the whole discussion descended into insanity. Have a listen to this.
OK, should we talk about Gordon Brown? He's been talking about this child benefit cap, and he's, given speeches about it and feels very, very strongly about it. He says there's twice as many children living in poverty as pensioners in this country, Paula. It's made the front of the eye, but pretty much that's the only paper taking this up because everything else being done by the Archbishop of Canterbury.
Yeah, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I just don't think you should have child upon child if you can't afford it. And I believe anyone in a committed relationship should be able to have one child, definitely.
So what does that mean? Should be able to have one child. Is she talking about physically or is she talking about economically? Are you talking about providing support to people, like financial support? They should be able to have one child. I honestly don't understand what that statement means. They should be able to have one child. Like, who is determining that they are able to have one child? You? The state? Themselves? Honestly, I'm not trying to be, a pain here, but I honestly don't understand what she's saying.
Or maybe even two, but one definitely. But they want over two. I mean, I just think that's insane. If you're not working, why do you expect taxpayers to pay for one, two, not just two, three, four, five, six?
You've taken the words out of my mouth, and I just think this is really
it's not a radical
natural.
thing, yeah.
If you can't afford them, what normal person would have them? Now, Isabel 10.
Okay. As I said at the beginning, the population is declining. There's a growing older population. So who's going to look after those people in the future? Now, I believe that we need to move to a completely different economic model. But the current model relies on young people working to pay for older people's pensions and their health care and their social care. Now, if the population is getting smaller, if people are having fewer children, then who's going to continue to prop up that system? Like and also notice that she said, well, people on benefits, but a significant number of people on benefits are also working. So it's not this argument of, well, there's all these people sitting at home doing nothing, living off benefits and pumping out children. That isn't the reality of the situation. This is the sort of right-wing Sun, Daily Express mentality. But it's not actually based on any real reality. Are there some exceptions? Of course there are exceptions. But the general rule is not like that.
Not to agree with me on this, but I just don't think the state should be paying for children.
But it's not paying for children, is it?
It's not paying for children. Look, we sometimes say a cynic is somebody who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. You're saying here that, well, these people, children are a cost. Yes, they are. But there's generally the idea that they will eventually pay back, in a sense, to society, maybe by working or by other ways in the future. So we invest in people and then they return on that investment in the future. And I'm not just talking about financial, I'm also talking about other ways. But this guy is saying, well, look, these people are a cost, so we need to reduce the cost. But not thinking about the consequences of stopping people from having children. Because if they haven't the ability to do it financially, this is going to be a problem for the future. But as I said, we need to move away from this economic model. But if we maintain it, we're going to have some serious problems in the future.
It's just...
Well, it's aiding. It's given the money taxpayers are paying. And let's not forget, 1 in 3 children are now born to mothers not born in the UK. And we've got ever-growing benefit bill.
30% of children born in this country, their parents were not born in the UK.
But we have a fertility...
And so what's the problem? Honestly, why is this a problem? I can only think this is a problem for racists and bigots, racists and xenophobes. Oh my goodness, there are so many people having children the parents were not born in this country. Why is that a problem? Like, you keep complaining about the population is declining. Well, these people are coming in and they're having the children. Why is that a problem?
Problem, don't we? We
No,
don't have enough
I know, but we don't
children being born.
want people to think, oh, let's just go to England. We can go there, have as many kids as we like for free. Come over in a dinghy.
I feel that I'm losing IQ watching this. People are crossing the channel in a dinghy in order to have lots of kids and therefore live off the state. Did she actually say that? Yes, she did. I don't know who this individual is, but my goodness, this is the quality of journalism that exists today, or commentary. People are crossing the channel in dinghies, not to claim asylum, not to work in the black economy. No, to pump out lots of kids so they can live off the state. That's their motivation.
Stay here, and then I've got the right to
Charge it
remain.
over the NHS.
Yeah, everything done. And then taxpayers, markets like us will just pay.
The politics of it is interesting, though, because unless it's like a pre-arranged, and this does happen often, a pre-arranged moment of confrontation and intervention from Gordon Brown, where actually that's interesting in itself, because that suggests that maybe Starmer and his team are willing to find a compromise or give up a bit of ground on this issue. But it's very rare that Gordon Brown kind of makes a campaigning moment. And that will cause, obviously this is an issue that amongst the backbenchers is difficult for Starmer.
I think, I might be wrong, I have a feeling Nigel Farage and Gordon Brown are on the same page on this issue, which might surprise people. I might be wrong.
Very, very interesting.
So just be clear, what does Brown want? What's he looking for?
He's basically saying that this cap on the child benefit is heinous and basically hurts children and is leaving all these
Traps
children in
them in
poverty.
poverty.
What does hurt
That creates
children?
a cycle of problems
It's having multiple children without working.
Oh my goodness, please shut the F up. Like, this benefit is for people who already exist. This is not about discouraging people or encouraging people to have children. People will have or not have children irrespective of this benefit. This is about keeping children today out of poverty or lifting some out of poverty. This is the right-wing approach to this is we need to punish children by punishing their parents. You know, the end goal is to punish the parents, but we need to punish the children first. We need to keep children in poverty in order to send some sort of message to parents not to have kids. Yes, but the kids are already here, you frigging idiot.
It's not just the money. It's not very good role models, is it, having parents that are not working? They probably won't work, and then there's more children not working.
So what sort of role model is this individual?
Well, there we go.
I mean, so the whole country's under stress and strain, the resources, the roads, the hospitals, the schools, whatever. And then we have industry saying, oh, well, the population isn't big enough, we need people to fill jobs, until they get robots, that is, and they won't care.
That's if they're going to work, anyway. So,
it's very confusing. Why do we need more people?
Well, it's interesting. I was talking to a very, very impressive Indian businesswoman who wanted to start a new business in this country. And the budget has genuinely called that into question for her. And, you know, there is so much, as she put it, there is so much talent that is not utilised in this country because people, and again, it's interesting when you get an external perspective, we're quite soft in this country. People don't work hard in this country.
And there we have it. The race to the bottom. So what we need to do is we need to force people off benefits. So you see here, the argument started off talking about benefits. Look at all these people on benefits. And it finished with, we need to force people off benefits, you know, because they're lazy. British people don't work hard enough. You know, you're supposed to exist to work. That's what these people are pushing. You know, the right wing who fund campaigns like Reform UK and extreme other parties, and the Conservatives to a certain extent, their goal is to remove protections for workers, cut the benefits bill, so it forces more people into low-paid, unsafe employment, so they can maximise profit. And the narrative is always, British people are lazy, British people don't want to work, there are so many people on benefits, they're gaming the system, people are having kids that they shouldn't be having because it's a burden on the state. All of these, all these narratives weave together into the thing of, well, we need to punish people. People are lazy, we need to force them off benefits and into work. so we can maximize profit. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.